Welcome back to the channel you like. For more videos just like this, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications icon below. Enjoy the journey. Secret societies have existed since the beginning of time, and have even been the focal points of many presidents and powerful people in general. They are not just any fraternity, brotherhood, family, or fellowship, but many believe them to be cults of sacrificial and satanic worship. Secret societies have intrigued the world due to the secret customs and rituals members are expected to partake in. Secret societies remain one of the most sought-after mysteries to this day, and hold a strong place in the eyes of the public. So from the Skull and Bones Society to groups like the Freemasons, here are the 10 most powerful secret societies who rule the world. Number 10 on our list is the Skull and Bones Society. Founded in 1832, the Skull and Bones Society is known for bestowing a lifetime of power and wealth to any who are tapped to join. Each year, only 15 juniors are tapped or chosen for a lifetime membership into the club. New members are required to divulge intimate personal details, including their full sexual histories, before being fully inducted and formally initiated through what is said to be an eerie mock sacrifice and horrifying death ritual. Take a look.
No, it wasn't joking at all. It was sick. It's not the only way to describe it. It was sick.
What you're hearing is the first recording ever made of the Skull and Bones initiation ceremony. It has never been broadcast before. 15 new members of the club are being introduced into the macabre rituals of Skull and Bones by the senior students who are about to graduate. The club has what some might see as a strange fascination with death, skulls and bones. There's the chants too, difficult to hear first of all, but including the devil equals death.
Members are also required to give part of their estates to the club. But, in return, members of the club, or in other words bonesmen, receive the promise of lifelong financial stability and power in their chosen professions. Primarily, this has traditionally been used as one of the many ways to protect the classified nature of the club's secrets, along with some speculations of blackmail even playing a large role. Members of the group include former U.S. Presidents William Taft, George Herbert Walker Bush, and his son George Walker Bush, along with political and business titans in the world of money and world domination, such as John Kerry, Supreme Court Justice Potter Stewart, Stephen A. Schwartzman, and the founder of FedEx, Frederick Wallace Smith. Allegedly, the fraternity is said to also have the skull of Geronimo deep in the undergrounds of Yale University. Legend has it, after Geronimo was captured and imprisoned in Oklahoma before dying in 1909, Prescott Bush, father of President George H. Bush and grandfather of President George W. Bush, broke into the grave with some classmates during World War I. Prescott Bush and his friends were believed to have made off with the skull, 2 bones, a bridle, and some stirrups, all of which were put on display at the group's clubhouse in New Haven, known as the Tomb. It is still debated today as to whether or not the Skull and Bones Society has possession of Geronimo's skull. There are only 15 men each year out of the 47 secret societies at Yale University who are handed the keys to a lifetime of guaranteed posterity and riches, but only after proving worthy to keep the secrets of the Skull and Bones a secret forever. So what do you think? Does the Skull and Bones Society still install some of the world's most powerful leaders? Do they have Geronimo's skull on display deep in the undergrounds of Yale University? Are there death rituals and mock sacrifices that take place in initiations? Tell us what you think in the comments below. The Bilderberg Group, a society of whom only the richest and most powerful minds in business, finance, and industry meet. Since the inaugural meeting in 1954, the Bilderberg Group annually hosts a think tank which has been a forum for discussions to foster dialogue between Europe and North America's most powerful people. Every year, approximately 130 political leaders and experts from industry, finance, labor, academia, and the media are invited to take part in the meeting. It is believed that the Bilderberg Group is responsible for planning and implementing a new world order and one world government. Some say that the Bilderberg Group was created to unite the minds of the most powerful continental leaders and plan major events of significant proportion in efforts to install a global power structure and social credit system. Members who have been known to attend the meetings and participate in the group's existence were those such as Henry Kissinger, George Soros, David Rockefeller, Lord Jacob Rothschild, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Barack Obama, and many others. The 2019 Bilderberg meeting took place from May 30th to June 2nd in Montreux, Switzerland. Allegedly, meetings in 2020 and 2021 were canceled due to COVID-19, but many believe the meetings continued, undisclosed, and kept secret from the public eye. So is it the Bilderberg Group who controls the world? Do they control every financial catastrophe, major crisis, and life-altering event? Or could it be one of the many other secret societies among us? Founded in 1973 by the notorious American banker David Rockefeller, the Trilateral Commission was developed to confront challenges posed by the growing interdependence of the United States and its principal allies Canada, Japan, and the countries of Western Europe, and to encourage greater cooperation between the nations. Much like the Bilateral Commission and its work in discussing policy with Mexico and Canada, the Trilateral Commission is similar, but only more powerful and far more inclusive of European and Asian world leaders. The entire membership meets annually to debate strategy among business and political agendas. Regional and national meetings are held throughout the year, commonly held at the Trilateral headquarters in Paris, Washington, D.C., and Tokyo. The Trilateral Commission's principles of representation are economic weight and political influence, and are reflected in the varying membership quotas assigned to each country. The Trilateral Commission reflects powerful commercial and political interests committed to private enterprise and stronger collective management of global problems. Its members, more than 400 in the 21st century, are influential politicians, banking and business executives, media, civic and intellectual leaders, and a few trade union chiefs. Membership is by invitation only. Known affiliates with the society today are North American and European leaders such as Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, Jean-Claude Trichet, Peter Sutherland, Paul Volcker, Joseph S. Nye, Jim Prentice, Jamie Serra, and Asian leaders such as Yasuchika Hasegawa, Heisaf Wanandi, and Hong Xiaqian. Eerily enough, in former U.S. Senator Barry Goldwater's book With No Apologies, he shockingly quoted, "The Trilateral Commission is intended to be the vehicle for multinational consolidation of the commercial and banking interests by seizing control of the political government of the United States. The Trilateral Commission represents a skillful, coordinated effort to seize control and consolidate the four centers of power: political, monetary, intellectual, and ecclesiastical. What the Trilateral Commission intends to create is a world economic power superior to the political governments and the nation-states involved. As managers and creators of the system, they will rule the future." So if you've ever wondered how secrets are kept secret, how the pharmaceutical industries maintain control over the world, and how the central banks manage to dominate governments without effort, perhaps you will see the world in a different light. The Council on Foreign Relations, founded in 1921, is a think tank specializing in U.S. foreign policy and international affairs. It is headquartered in New York City with an additional office in Massachusetts and was originally founded by David Rockefeller, Paul Warburg, Walter Lippmann, Edward M. House, and Herbert Hoover. Today, Richard Nathan Haz, an American diplomat, is the current president of the CFR. Richard has been the president of the Council on Foreign Relations since July of 2003, prior to which he was the Director of Policy Planning for the United States Department of State and a close advisor to the Secretary of State, Colin Powell. The CFR is similar to the Bilderberg Group, as the society allows government officials, business executives, journalists, educators and students, civic and religious leaders, and other interested citizens to join. The CFR began effectively influencing American foreign policy between 1922 and 1941, with the goal of shaping the world to their economic and political liking after World War II. They then financed and eventually started a war to maintain British and French dominance in Southeast Asia from 1945 to 1975 as part of their larger vision. Much like the Bilderberg Group and Trilateral Commission, it has been speculated that the CFR is responsible for allowing much of the world's geopolitical and social evolution we see today. Nearly a decade ago, at one of George W. Bush's press conferences, syndicate radio personality Alex Jones was arrested for accusing Bush's father of being a member of the CFR and CIA. Alex Jones accused George H. Bush of having ties to the Colombian drug cartels as well. It was later discovered that Alex Jones was not lying. George Bush Sr. was indeed a member of the CFR, as well as the director of the CIA, who also did, in fact, have ties to the Colombian drug cartels.
The victory will be an endorsement of a philosophy. I believe in my heart of hearts the victory in 1998 is going to be good for Texas, and that's the most important thing about the campaign.
Shouldn't we abolish the Federal Reserve and the CFR? That's the real reality that none of you will talk about, and most of you are members. That's what's destroying this country, Governor. Don't you stand for America, sir? What about the Federal Reserve and the CFR? You people are being lied to. This country's been taken over by Europe, and I'm being drug out. Laugh at it.
This is only the beginning of learning the truth about who rules the world and which secret society is the most powerful. Let us continue. Much like other societies on this list, there is also the Club of Rome. Founded in 1968 at Accademia dei Lincei in Italy, the Club of Rome consists of current and former heads of state, bureaucrats from the United Nations, high-level politicians and government officials, diplomats, scientists, economists, and business leaders from around the globe. The Club of Rome's ultimate goal in global development was constructed to investigate 5 major trends: accelerating industrialization, rapid population growth, widespread malnutrition, depletion of non-renewable resources, and a deteriorating environment. They have been said to predict the world economic crisis and many of the global financial collapses seen throughout its founding. Many speculate that the Club of Rome is in perpetuity with future plans of the New World Order, such as Agenda 30, the Green New Deal, or Event 201. It is believed that the Club of Rome is simply another secret society who may be far more sinister and have far more sinister intentions than what they describe. Former Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau, father of today's current Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, was just one of the known members. Mikhail Gorbachev, former leader of the Soviet Union and General Secretary for the Communist Party up to 1991, was also a member of the Club of Rome. If you remember the famous Tear Down This Wall speech by Ronald Reagan, it is the very same Gorbachev Reagan was speaking to in the speech. Reagan asked for the Berlin Wall to be torn down in efforts to reunite the people of Germany and end the toils of war.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
So if the Club of Rome is so innocent in their endeavors, why is it that authoritarian figures like Gorbachev were such prominent members? Could it be that the Club of Rome is actually working in the shadows? Is there a true goal to permanently kill the world economy, destroy progress of industrialization, manage the distribution of resources, and control the growth of population? That is for you to decide. While most historians agree that the Knights Templar fully disbanded 700 years ago, there are some who believe the Knights Templar went underground and still exist in full operation to this day. The Knights Templar was iconic for setting up prosperous networks of banks and gained enormous financial influence in their time of power and popularity. Their banking system allowed religious pilgrims to deposit assets in their home countries and withdraw funds from the Holy Land. Today, they are still rumored to be active while remaining invisible to the eyes and ears of the public. The Catholic military order, formerly known as the Templars, were founded in 1119 and headquartered on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem through 1128. The Templars are famous for being the beholders of the Holy Grail. They allegedly stole the sacred monument for absolute power out of the intention of bringing peace and miracles to the fraternity's agenda. They believed that possessing such a relic would bring uncontroversial control, enlightenment, youth, and domination. The United Religious, Military, and Masonic Orders, or in other words, the Knights Templar, is a fraternal order originally affiliated with Freemasonry, of whom we will discuss later. It is commonly debated that the Knights Templar and the Freemasons are both very much connected throughout their history and fraternal endeavors. In the 18th century, some groups, most notably the Freemasons, revived several of the medieval Knights' symbols, rituals, and traditions. The rituals of the Knights Templar were simple: swear an oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience, make a pact to never drink, gamble, or curse, and pray to the Heavenly Father regularly. These practices were essential to their daily lives. The Templars expressed particular admiration for the Virgin Mary while following their ethos of holy dedication and commitment. Are the Knights Templars still at work today? Are they still hiding some of the most sacred monuments known to mankind, such as the Ark of the Covenant or Holy Grail? Do they control the world without us even knowing? Leave your opinions in the comments section below. In Rome, the Society of Jesuits, the Roman Catholic missionary organization, was founded by Ignatius de Loyola in August of 1534. The fraternity first received its charter from Pope Paul III. The Jesuit played an important role in the Counter-Reformation and eventually succeeded in converting millions around the world to Catholicism. A Jesuit is a member of the Society of Jesus, a Roman Catholic order, which includes priests and brothers, men in religious order who are not priests, but powerful and well-developed men across the planet. Although Jesuits can choose from many careers, most are priests and teachers, the others are lawyers, doctors, or astronomers. The Jesuits have also been a secret society who has long ties to the Vatican and to some of the world's most widely kept secrets, those being, for example, relics like the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Voyage Manuscript, the Rosetta Stone, and the hidden scriptures from the Bible revealing the true words said by Jesus Christ himself. What many do not know is that the Jesuits have always had negative opinions and negative quarrels with the Freemasons throughout history, as the Jesuits dedicated their beliefs to Christ, and the Freemasons, allegedly, Satan. But the Jesuits have never been the most perfect and innocent secret society by any means. They have been known to take part in occultic and Luciferian practices, as well as world-altering events, such as the sinking of the Titanic. According to the theory, J.P. Morgan hosted a meeting in 1910 with several major financiers who were all connected to the Jesuits and wanted to create a central bank that would become the Federal Reserve. The Jesuits supposedly instructed J.P. Morgan to fund the construction of the Titanic and sink the ship. Once the Titanic had sunk, the powers that be would be free to create the Federal Reserve in 1913, just in time for the Jesuits to assist in launching World War I. It is debated as to whether or not the Jesuits hold the answers to the sacred prophecies made by Nostradamus, as well as the science behind time travel and even extraterrestrials. It has been reported that Pope Francis III is a member of the Jesuits himself and has been said to have ties to ominous figures like Jeffrey Epstein and hold prominent affiliations with child human sex trafficking rings. The real question stands: is this a rumor, fiction, or fact? Famous exorcist Father Vincent Lambert, along with many other Catholic priests, have also been outspoken about the ongoing corruption and overtaking of today's Vatican due to the work of the Jesuits and a satanic order attempting to manifest the biblical book of Revelations. Might the Jesuits be the society of dominion over the world's religious precepts and beliefs? Ancient secrets and hidden discoveries? Only the truth can reveal such a reality. What do you believe? The Committee of 300, also known as the Olympians, are some of the most powerful leaders in today's current time. Could you imagine an all-powerful group that knows no national boundaries above laws of all countries, and one that controls every aspect of politics, religion, commerce, industry, banking, insurance, mining, the drug trade, the petroleum industry, and a group answerable to no one but its members? This group would be the Committee of 300, and they are still at work to this day. The Committee of 300 is known for being one of the top 3 most powerful secret societies on planet Earth. Their main objectives have been to thin the overall population, suppress modern science from public knowledge, end all forms of religion besides their own, legalize all drugs, destroy independent nationalism, change the social behavior of humanity, and to dominate the world through war and political scandal. They have been successful in their endeavors simply by hiding in plain sight, using the camouflage of mainstream media and false perceptions to trick the world into believing they are in favor of social justice, world peace, and progressive political legislation, when in reality, they are only using this illusion as a cover to push forward their true overall agendas of world domination and power over all things and all beings. The Committee of 300 can be credited with bringing influence to powerful groups such as the Carnegie Endowment, the Rothschilds family, the Open Society Foundation, the Rockefeller Organization, and to so many other groups of activism and political carnage funded by its very own members. Current members are Klaus Schwab, Henry Kissinger, George Soros, Lord Jacob Rothschild, Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Queen Elizabeth, Anthony Fauci, Michael Bloomberg, Prince Philip and Prince Charles, Colin Powell, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Pope Francis III, and so many others. Is the Committee of 300 just a conspiracy theory, or are they still working in the shadows and controlling the chess pieces today? Could the Committee of 300 be the most powerful, or have we not yet heard about the Illuminati or the Freemasons? Let us continue. The Illuminati. Founded on May 1st, 1776 by Adam Weishaupt, the Illuminati began as a secret organization formed to oppose religious influence on society and the abuse of power by the state. Iconically, the Illuminati has been the most popular secret society in pop culture. Superstar musical figures, actors, and known characters such as Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Angelina Jolie, Jonah Hill, Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Trevor Noah, Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Eminem, Ariana Grande, Cardi B, Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Chrissy Teigen, and practically anyone who has some of the most high status in Hollywood are open members of the Illuminati today. Although the mainstream media has ousted the secret society as non-existent, many Hollywood celebrities have admitted to having affiliation with the modern-day version of the group and have admitted to taking part in unusual acts of satanic rituals within the group. According to the FBI, many human sex trafficking and child pedophile rings are connected to the group and still use esoteric symbols like the swirled triangle, which represents the liking of young boys, the heart within a heart symbol to represent the liking of young girls, as well as the owl, the butterfly, the panda, and a slice of pizza. Common gestures the Illuminati uses are the "be quiet" gesture, the all-seeing eye gesture, and the pyramid gesture. It is said to be a way the group communicates with one another, as these forms of languages are adopted to corrupt and blackmail its members into keeping its secrets. The agenda of the modern-day Illuminati is to brainwash the world and distract the minds of the masses with entertainment and disinformation. Members of the Illuminati have the sole intention of trading their soul for fame, wealth, and power. Many of these celebrities and public figures were written in Jeffrey Epstein's flight log several times. This includes celebrities and public figures like Kevin Spacey, Bill Clinton, Chris Tucker, Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, Chrissy Teigen, Miley Cyrus, and so many others. These same individuals were also documented to have visited Epstein's temple on Little St. James Island several times as well. So is the Illuminati the top of the power structure? Is it the eye that sees all? Or is there one secret society who rules above the rest? For our final group on the list, let us proceed. Who is the oldest and most powerful secret society that rules the world? Undoubtedly, many on this list could easily compete for such a title. The Skull and Bones Society, the Committee of 300, the Bilderberg and Trilateral Commission, the Club of Rome, the Illuminati, but none of these come close to the oldest fraternity, the Freemasons. Today, there are over 6 million Freemasons in North America, and Masonic lodges are found in almost every community throughout the United States. The Freemasons are the origin of the classic Masonic symbol we have all seen. People have mistaken the symbol for a symbol of the Bilderberg Group or the Illuminati, when in fact, this is the symbol of the Freemasons. Founded in 1717, the Freemasons were created after the founding of the Grand Lodge, an association of the Masonic Lodge in England. However, Freemason societies have existed for much longer, some speculating as far back as 936 AD. Freemasonry originally emerged from the stonemasonry guilds of the Middle Ages. They are the most secretive society on planet Earth, and do require its members to be initiated by a mysterious ritual known as the Masonic Rite. The Masonic Rite requires initiates to roll up one leg of their pants, expose their breasts to prove they are male, wear a rope around their neck, and agree to be blindfolded while a room of Freemasons watch you, swear you into the society, point their swords towards you, and warn you the consequences of ever revealing the society's secrets. Breaking such a promise results in being cut from head to toe and ear to ear. The Masons are not only the oldest and largest secret society in the world, but they are also the reason every other society exists. As a first-degree initiate of the Blue Lodge, you are given the opportunity to climb the ranking ladder of 33 degrees. It is rumored that the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, the highest ranking position of Inspector General, is the most notorious of all for being supreme leaders of the Freemasons. Some of the most brilliant minds in history and many powerful leaders throughout our time were and still are members of the Freemasons. 13 of 39 men who signed the U.S. Constitution were Masons. Founding fathers like George Washington, John Adams, Theodore Roosevelt, James Monroe, Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, and Paul Revere all counted themselves as members of the Fraternal Order. There was Mark Twain, Henry Ford, Gerald Ford, Winston Churchill, Ernest Hemingway, and Abraham Lincoln. Current names today include Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Henry Kissinger, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. If you've ever wondered what it costs a man to become rich, powerful, and wealthy, then you need look no further. Take a look at this video and observe the sight of a Masonic ritual even at the lowest level.
Önce bize söz vermenizi istiyoruz. Aramıza alınmamız kabul edilse de edilmese de bizim düşünce odası dediğimiz o karanlık bölgeye girdiğiniz andan başlayarak şu ana kadar görüp işittiklerinizi ve bundan böyle burada işiteceklerinizi, gözleriniz açıldıktan sonra da göreceklerinizi hiç kimseye söylemeyeceğinize namusunuz ve onurunuz üzerine söz verir misiniz? Sayın Aykut Erensoy. Evet, söz verelim. Sayın Serdar Büyüküstün. şeytana tapma ayini icra edilmekteydi. Ayini yöneten büyük üstad, locanın ortasında kesilen bir keçinin kanını içiyor ve İbranice bazı dualar okuyarak şeytana tapma ayinini sonuçlandırıyor.
You've now learned extensively about the 10 most powerful secret societies who rule the world. Who do you think is the most powerful? The Freemasons? The Skull and Bones Society? The Illuminati? Could there be a secret society that is more powerful than the rest? Are they working in the darkness today, without anyone knowing? Leave your thoughts below.